Let's head out to the Plains, talk a little Auburn recruiting. And over the weekend, it was Big Cat Weekend. No, do not adjust your calendars. It's not July. It is the spring. We had Big Cat Weekend. We had a couple big names on campus, and we got to start here with number one wide receiver Tristan Keys. He visits Auburn just about 2 or 3 weeks after making that commitment to LSU. What do you make of it, Jeffrey Lee of Auburn Live?
Not much, Josh. I really don't. Since his commitment to LSU, I think he's been to Ole Miss. He's been to A&M. He's going to take official visits everywhere else. I think it's more of, hey, Auburn's still kind of in it. Like, he's keeping them alive. But as far as, a dramatic or significant impact on his recruitment, I don't think so. I think he'll take his official visits. I think it's going to be tough to flip him. But, I didn't make much of him coming to Auburn on Saturday. Now, fair to say, him and Deuce Snyder are pretty close. They've played together. They've played against each other. There's a connection there. He came in on Friday evening, spent Friday night with Deuce, hanging out with Deuce, spent Saturday watching the scrimmage, watching Deuce do his thing. There's really good relationships with Hugh Freeze, with Marcus Davis. So absolutely, and as he said, does Auburn have a chance to flip it? For sure. They've got a chance. And I'll be back for an OV. But, it's April, Josh.
Mm-hmm. Need to see him on campus a couple more times. But if it does happen, we can look back on this spring visit and say that maybe that was the turning point of this recruitment. All right. Yeah. Now, there was a commitment over the weekend. Tell us who it was. And also, is there anyone else that you think coming out of the weekend could be close to pulling the trigger?
Big. I thought this was a big commitment. Parker Dooley Pritchett, big offensive lineman from nearby Columbus, Georgia. So getting a commitment from him was big. Auburn, he's very high on Auburn's offensive line board. He's a big dude, 6'4", 310, probably more suited for a guard, but he could probably go out as a swing, maybe a right tackle. But I think they're recruiting him interior. Good to get him on board. Georgia wanted him. He had an official visit set to Georgia. Florida wants him. I think he's still going to take a Florida official visit. So getting a guy, even though he's a 3-star recruit in the On3 industry ranking, when Georgia wants you, when Florida wants you, that's a good win. That's a good win for Auburn, especially along the offensive line. He's the first offensive lineman in this class, and we expect the offensive line to be a pretty big part of the Auburn's 2026 class. So good get there for Auburn on Big Cat. And then other guys I think they made moves for, and guys I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Tight end Ezavier Tiller, I'm going to be keeping an eye on. He was there Saturday. Jacquez Wilkes, top 100 overall recruit from nearby Wadley. Auburn likes him at the middle backer or maybe the wheel. He's listed as an edge, but Auburn likes him as a stand-up guy. So another guy I'll be keeping an eye on. As far as maybe he makes a commitment. He doesn't have really a timeline. So those are the guys I'm kind of really keeping more of an eye on. Some of these guys are like, I'm set on taking OVs. Then I'm going to make a decision before the end of the summer. Marquez Daniel, 4-star wide receiver from Tuskegee. He's a guy that's kind of like that. But again, Josh, you just never know with these guys. I think Parker Pritchett up until a week ago was saying, I'm going to wait until the end of the summer. So, but those are some guys I'm keeping an eye on. Tiller, Jacquez Wilkes. I tell you another guy is Adam Balagoon Ali. He's a linebacker from Florida. Auburn put the full court press on him this weekend. Really spent a lot of time with him. DJ Durkin, Hugh Freeze. So they highly prioritizing him. He's another one that we'll watch going forward.
Well, it's interesting because even some of these guys that did not commit and might not commit in the coming days, there's going to be names that were on campus over the weekend that end up signing with Auburn when it's all said and done in about 8 or 9 months. So big weekend. Also tracking a quarterback here. Oklahoma commitment. Jaden O'Neal was there. We know he's committed to Oklahoma, but he is definitely looking around. I think he was also at FSU over the weekend. How much a priority do you think he is for Auburn?
I think he's the top priority. I do. I think he's the tier 1 guy for Auburn. I think Auburn wants to sign one quarterback in this class. They're looking at several. They're looking at Travis Burgess. They're looking at Landon Duckworth. They're looking at Jaden O'Neal. I mean, there's some long shots out there like Ryder Lyons and Diabell, but getting Jaden O'Neal on campus is big in their efforts to flip him, because you're talking about, like you said, Josh, there's some buzz. There's some buzz that he's not going to be in Oklahoma's class much longer. I want to say Oklahoma is also pushing for Bo Bentley. So, what's going to happen with Jaden O'Neal? I don't think our Oklahoma guys up there at Sooner Scoop expect Jaden O'Neal to be in Oklahoma's class much longer. So he's going to, fall to someone else, whether that's Georgia. I think he went to Georgia. He's been to Florida State, and now Auburn. I think he's going to take some other visits. But what's his? I don't see Auburn breaking the bank in this class for a quarterback. So is Jaden O'Neal, the NIL that he is going to require for him? Is that something that Auburn's going to be able to or be willing to put out? It remains to be seen. I still think with Auburn's quarterback recruiting, I still think the most likely guy is Travis Burgess from Grayson. But Jaden O'Neal, certainly, if they can make things work out with him, I think he might be there as well. But I think still right now, my allegiances with Auburn and what I think with quarterback is Travis.
All right, let's head down. This is the last thing I want to ask you about. Let's head down to Jackson, Alabama, where we find number 2 ranked running back in America, Ezavier Crowell. He was on campus over the weekend. Do you think he leaves the state of Alabama? Inside Scoop listeners, I got to tell you about a company that makes this show possible. It's Rhoback Activewear. The only way to describe Rhoback is best fit, best feel. And for those who are not familiar with Rhoback, they are completely changing the game with their incredibly comfortable activewear. Rhoback has released so many items within their new licensed game day collection, and it's our favorite. With novel polo designs, clean hoodie, and quarter zip designs from some of your favorite schools, it's definitely worth checking out. Nobody else in the market is pairing these level of custom designs with this quality of activewear. Rhoback's everyday shorts or their Delta Performance pants are the perfect pairing as well. They are both super comfortable. They have an elastic waistband and a great fabric that is made to have the appearance of a nice short look, but the comfort for everyday movement. Rhoback also has been proudly leading the NIL charge, having signed partnerships with multiple college football stars, past and present, and are becoming the go-to brand for college athletes across the country. So use code JOSH on Rhoback.com for a generous 20% off all new custom orders through the end of this week. Let's spell it out for you. RHOBACK.com. That's 20% off all performance polos, shorts, and more with promo code JOSH.
I think it's very possible. I really do. Now, I think it's more likely Alabama, Auburn. I think it's. I guess if I had to choose right now, I would think he stays in state, but he's looking elsewhere, no doubt about it. He was at Big Cat. He's been to Auburn back earlier in the spring and junior day back in January. Auburn's prioritized him. He's on that tier 1 level of running backs with Jay Lamar, Derek Cooper for Auburn. So he's definitely a priority for Auburn. I just don't know, like you said, I don't know where he ends up. I don't think Auburn's the team to beat. I might even give the edge to Alabama at this point, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised to see him leave the state either.
All right. Auburn fans, talk to us. How do you like Big Cat Weekend in the spring? Does it have the same feel to it as it did in July? Talk to us. As I said, the Tigers picked up 1 commit, but I think there's going to be more commitments coming from this group. Who do you guys think Auburn lands? Let us know.